I'm Nick. Quick survey. Who's heard of FHIR Messaging before? Okay, good number of people. Who's heard of Redox before? All right, maybe even more. That's better. I'm here to talk about what we're doing with FHIR Messaging. This is just a generic marketing slide, so we'll skip it. What Redox actually is, it's a huge platform. We sell the applications, and the ideal application for us is a company that needs to do not just one integration, but like 50 yesterday with multiple different EHRs and oftentimes complex workflows. We also sell to health systems who want to scale their innovation departments. Cloud-based applications are like a bear to connect, especially if they need HL7 version 2, VPNs, things like that. The way we do that is by standardizing all of our connections on top of data models we've developed. And just this year, we launched FHIR versions of 2 of our data models, patient admin and scheduling. And really those under the hood, map most often to HL7 version 2, but they also map to say like proprietary APIs. So we go out and pull Athena for change patients and change appointments and map it back. So you get a one consistent experience no matter what. So a little demo. Looks like the animation is working as intended, so that's awesome. Our developer docs are open on the web. You don't have to sign up or anything. Developer.redoxengine.com. And for these FHIR-enabled data models, you can go and toggle back and forth between what a FHIR message looks like and what the Redox version looks like. There is a lot of detail in there. FHIR messaging uses bundles, so it might look a little scary at first, but dig in there and you'll see some cool stuff. And we also have sort of all the fields documented, and we tell you what they do. A big part of our platform is our dev tools. So you have to make an account to use this. It's totally free. All you get is opted into a silly marketing email every once in a while. And the reason we do that is so you can authorize to the API. But you can download a Postman collection or use curl and start using FHIR messaging right away. All the Postman requests are pre-built, so you can just go in and hit authorize and send and start learning about how it works. And then kind of one of the beautiful things about our platform are those data models I mentioned. So we started pretty early when FHIR was very immature, and we sort of made our own JSON models. The problem is we'd love to use FHIR, but people are paying us to use those models. So we built a lot of tooling around them, though, so that when you do connect, and let's say you send the wrong gender, a gender code we don't recognize, that gets automatically, corrected, or someone from our team looks at it. We're a fully managed service, so all the sort of integration, nuts and bolts and dirty parts are things that our team does. And then we want to reuse that. So you build one connection to us, and it can go out to anywhere we need to send it to. And that data model in the middle helps us be more confident that we're sending the right thing. So, we had a very big response to our initial announcement of this. And I think just kind of using the FHIR word out there is pretty powerful. FHIR messaging in and of itself is super, super powerful. You can literally do anything you want. You could probably, build a Turing machine out of it if you wanted to. The key takeaway, though, is that we support 2 of our data models, so patient administration and scheduling. We're going to be doing more. One really exciting thing is just using the patient resource to do patient search. Proprietary APIs have their own way of doing it. If you go to like Epic or Cerner site today, they may push you towards HL7 version 3 patient search. So we can sort of wrap everything under the hood in FHIR and sort of accelerate the adoption. I'm really excited to see that. The second bullet point on here, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but Graham alluded to it this morning. FHIR is not really about like cleaning the data. Cleaning the data is really hard, and there's lots of sort of initiatives competing to do that. And I wouldn't say they're competing either. They're sort of intersecting in different ways. People in this room probably look at some of these and say, those shouldn't be in the same list together. I just copied this from one that's not up here, which is the standard health record. So it's really the value of Redox is doing the data model part. So you don't have to worry about all the mappings. figuring out if you need to do a query or if you're going to get event-based notifications. It's all one streamlined flow. So when you go to your next site, it's the same exact interface. Now doing messaging, again, you're going to be dealing with resources that aren't as mature. Patient and observation are going to be normative. But to say do an ADT message, you need to have encounter and you need to have coverages and stuff like that. So be in for the long haul. We're here to support it for the long haul, but you're going to have version changes inevitably. And just a call to action, I made a FHIR Messages channel on Zulip. There's already been some interesting discussions in there. Most of the use cases of FHIR messaging right now are sort of one-offs where two parties just say, hey, let's do this, and they figure it out, and there's not really an implementation guide or anything. So that's something we're going to be working on doing and trying to figure out sort of what makes sense to do as messaging versus just as like operations on patient. So yeah, check out our dev tools. Again, free sign up, free developer account, and I look forward to meeting you at the table.